Okay, welkom by nog 'n episode van Narratief met Bosch. Vandag se episode Rockstar. Ek is so gestres oor hierdie gesprek. Ek is so fan. Maar ladies and gentlemen, on the show today, Libbie Janse van Rensburg. Rugby rockstar, in my opinion. They just, I don't know, when did you get back in South Africa?
On Tuesday morning.
Do you still have jet lag? Well, London...
Let's call it jet lag. We celebrated like we won the World Cup, so...
I just want to say, is it jet lag or is it a hangover? On that topic, I'm going to kick off with a question from Alma Smith. Because I asked her, what can I ask Libbie? She's like, ask her about the after party.
Oh. It was wild. She says she was there. I didn't see her. She says she sprained her ankle when she walked in and had to go home. I don't know. That's...
Alma, we all know what happened.
Sprained her ankle.
That's the new term for, listen,
Yeah.
I can't take one glass of wine anymore. No, I'm kidding. But Libbie, baie dankie dat jy by shows. I really appreciate it. We're going to do the show in English because Libbie is an international rock star. And we're going to talk a lot about her life and her career and where she's from. I did a little deep dive yesterday, Wikipedia. There's a lot on your career, but there's not a lot on your personal life. So I want to start with, like, where are you from?
Originally from Alice Russ, born and bred.
No way.
Yeah.
What's the new name?
Lepelale.
Lepelale.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And now in Pretoria.
Is it a mining town?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Medupi mine is there.
Okay. Lepelale, that is rough. So what school were you in?
I was in Tiger Valley College in Pretoria.
Well, so you didn't go to school there?
No.
Wow, okay. And your parents, are they miners or in the...
No. All my family is in Alice Russ. So,
well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so no one's involved in that.
Yeah, well, they
yet.
put me in an English school with the thought that, it will be good to be able to speak English, which is it is now.
Look at us now.
Look at us now. So
Two Afrikaans
happy
people.
for that.
Two Afrikaans people clapping English. Okay, so you grew up in Alice Russ, primary school.
Between Alice Russ and Pretoria.
Wow, okay. Shush.
Yeah.
Okay, then you went to high school in Pretoria, Tiger Valley. That is
Tiger
close to
Valley.
Wilget. Tiger Valley, what did you say?
Tiger Valley.
Tiger Valley. Sounds like, okay, it's a mall.
Close to Silver Lakes.
Well, okay. Is it a private school?
Yeah.
Just a Kiro?
Yeah.
Well, okay. And then you went to varsity?
And then I went to Tuks.
To study?
I first started with just sports science certificate.
What do you do with that? Is it like a physio?
That was just because I didn't know what to do with my life.
Yeah.
I didn't really have money to study. My granddad passed away and left me just enough to study 1 year. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to wing it and figure it out. Did the certificate, and then I started playing sevens at Tuks, and then I got a rugby bursary. So then I studied the sports science degree. I did a postgrad in education after that, and then my honours in sport management.
So wait, you got so by that time, female rugby was already a thing at Tuks?
It was a thing.
Wow.
I never knew about women's rugby when I was younger or in school.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. I played touch rugby. That was my thing. And I was training at Tuks, and the coach approached me and he was like, listen, you athletic, you can pass the ball. We're going to France in 2 weeks. Do you want to come with? I'm like...
You had me at France.
Yeah, I've never been to France, and when am I ever going to go to France? So I was like, shop, let me go. Obviously, my family, I think majority of South Africans, were very hesitant. Ooh, women's rugby. Ooh, it's rough stuff. Yeah. I'm just going overseas with this woman that no one knows.
It does sound like a carte blanche.
It was weird. So my aunt and her best friend booked tickets to France. They're like, no. They'll go as collateral. Everyone can calm down. They'll go with to make sure I'm okay. Went there, played. Didn't like it. Got folded like a lawn chair.
Oh, shame. So wait, so you had 2 weeks to... No, you played rugby before that. You played for Tuks sevens?
Yes, but I never played...
15?
No, never. I never made real contact in my life, so I didn't know.
Yes, and now you want to play...
And I also thought, sevens, it's just 7 minutes and a half, man. That's not so bad, and it's like a lot of space, not a lot of people. I'll be fine. I just have to be faster than the other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that reality hit, and I came home and I was like, oof, yeah.
But was it hectic? How many games did you play in France?
We played 2 tournaments, 2 sevens tournaments. I think I probably played a total of 3 minutes in the whole 2 tournaments.
Oh, so it was a sevens tournament?
Yeah, it was sevens.
But sevens is... So even though it's not as physical, it's definitely... Fixate, what do you call it?
It's definitely...
It's insane.
harder than
Yeah.
15.
Oh, really?
Yes, like physically, because you have to get up, run,
Well,
catch
yeah,
ball. You have
fair.
to do everything.
Yeah. Because you
Anyways-
have to do it twice as hard because there's twice as less people.
Exactly. So I came back, I'm like, nah, this is not for me. Left it, sort of went on with my student life. And then a couple of months later, the coach phones me. He's like, listen, so we're going to play in Dubai Sevens. Do you not want
You're
to...
like, I've never been to Dubai.
Like, yo, Dubai, that sounds... I've never been to Dubai. When am I going to get a chance to go to Dubai
That's
again?
amazing.
Obviously, so I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I had a bit more training, better prep for the Dubai
Yeah.
Sevens, because now I knew
Yeah.
what's going on, whatever. Went there, and then I was like, yo, this is fun.
Nice.
This is amazing. And then I just played sevens from there on. I traveled the world with Tux. Their sevens team plays everywhere. We played in France, Germany.
But that's incredible. I never knew. I thought the Bulls, with the Bulls daisies, were the first professional, they're still the first professional
professional
union. But so technically, was Tux before them, or is it more university?
The Bulls, I also played Blue Bulls 7, so there was a provincial tournament
okay.
that time as well.
Okay.
But I didn't play 15s at all.
Yeah.
I had no interest in playing it because then obviously I started hearing about rugby and what's going on, and there is a 15s team, and I sort of watched them and I was like,
Yeah.
I was also like, nah, it's not
I know
good.
that feeling. It's
You
like
know?
in my profession, when you get a script and you're like, oh, the people ask you want to be part of the movie, and then you read the script and you're like, oh, guys, you're gonna make this? Is this the movie? Okay, yeah, but I guess all right.
So yeah, I wasn't interested. During that time, I was in and out of the Springbok 7 system a lot as well, but just I've never
Yeah.
made anything there, which a lot of people are like, why it didn't happen? I don't know why it didn't happen. I don't know why it didn't happen. Like, so I just carried on doing my thing. COVID hit. Obviously, there was nothing. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to get a grown-up job. Start taking life seriously. I don't know. Something. What's the next
How old
thing?
are you at this stage in COVID?
I was
It's like 24, 25.
26.
Well, okay. Yeah,
26.
you're still young, man.
20, Who long
It's
was
okay. I know you're
COVID?
born in.
How long
I
was
born you
COVID?
born in 1994.
94, yeah.
So I'm not gonna say how old you are, but you can do the math, people. You can do the math. I just
Yeah.
wanted to gauge where you are at. Like, if you're trying to think of like, okay, I'm 26. I need to go and
Oh yeah, I was
become
like,
a.
I need to take life seriously, and obviously everyone's like, you're done studying now. The rugby thing was fun, but it's obviously not making me money or
Yeah.
it's just for vibes. So I thought, okay, I think it's time that I just focus on work. I was working at TuksRugby, which is great because I thought, okay, if I can't make a difference on the field for women's rugby, I'm going to put all my energy into that and, getting
Yeah.
the women's rugby
As
there going.
coach or management or.
The program coordinator for the women.
Oh, nice.
So before that, there was no one they had no one, operating the women. There was no attention given to it.
Yeah, it fell on someone's table.
it
It's
was
like
just-
bottom of the priority.
there. So when I got in there, like we didn't have the women's varsity cup yet. We didn't have a 15s team at Tux. There's a lot of things. We didn't have a lot of women's bursaries. When I eventually left Tux, we had, I think we could give like 20 to 25 bursaries to girls, and we had a rugby house that the girls could stay in.
That's
they ate at the
incredible.
HPC. So, all of that, being able to do that off the field
Yeah.
was amazing, and it's a great part of my journey as well. And that's sort of what I was focusing on then, because I thought, the playing thing finished. Just after COVID, so COVID hit, the Women's Rugby World Cup got postponed with a year. The Bulls 15s coach phones me. He's like, listen, the World Cup's been postponed. I think you can make the team. Don't you just want to? I'm like, yeah.
And what is this? What is this then? Tryouts? Is
Yeah.
it just he's calling you? Listen,
He's calling me. I must come to the Blue Bulls training. I must come train, play in the provincial
for the
league.
Bulls now, so that the Saru can
they
see
can
you.
see me.
Oh snap!
So I was like, I told him the image around the rugby, it's just, I don't know. And he was like, just give it a shot. So I was like, okay. So me and my best friend Ramandu both were like, okay, let's do this. Chasing the dream now. I remember even during COVID time, we would scalumpies go to a rugby field and just me and her like pass a ball.
Oh, nice.
And we'd laugh and be like, haha, imagine we make the World Cup team. Laughing about it.
That's awesome.
Whatever. Anyways, remember playing my first game. We played against Bouwer, who were the reigning champs. And I remember running out onto the field and I looked at Romani and I'm like, you realize we've never played this game. Like,
That's amazing.
80 minutes? 80 minutes is a long time. What do you do in 80 minutes? I'm playing fly half, which is an important job. I don't actually know what I'm doing.
The general.
Like I'm just
You're winging it.
I'm just jolling. I don't know anything. Anyways, played that and I'm like, okay, cool. This could be fun. Did it. Trainings was tough because we were training at night. I still worked. And then it was like 3 months. I think I got my call up to the Springboks, got my first cap, and the next year we played in the World Cup.
But wait, there's so many things here. So the reason you were skeptical about joining the Springboks, was it the stigma of like, hey, listen, this team is not great?
The stigma, that's a lot of things. The stigma around women's rugby wasn't great.
So does that have to do with like, because I wrote there like shame. Was there like a shameful element, like instead like you and your friend like passing the ball at like night? Does it have to do with people not, you don't want to see people, two girls passing a ball, being in a male dominated sport?
Yeah,
is there a little bit of like,
I think there is a lot of, especially back then, I think now it's changed. There was a lot of, negative perspectives around women's rugby and the physicality of it, and just, our South African girls are bigger girls, but man, do they move.
Yeah.
Man, do they move. Look at our props. We have Babalwa Lacha is an 80-minute prop. She can give you 80 minutes easily.
Yeah.
And, those are the kind of things that have changed now. And back then, I was like, I don't know. It wasn't like that.
No,
like,
it makes sense.
Everything.
You open yourself up. You open yourself up for not just critics, but people being mean.
Exactly.
Because I know when the first like female referee was also announced to like start reffing URC games or Currie Cup, their initial response is so lame and negative. And I was like, sis, why? Who come why is this just for men? The sport we love. Why can't we share it with the rest of the world? So it makes sense that you would be skeptical. Like, do you want to put yourself, because you guys are on the front line, you get this shit first. When you guys play bad, it's like, because you guys are this, but then you play incredible, then it's like then you're like me, like, why am I only supporting women's rugby now? But that is profound. So did your friend also?
Yeah, so we went to the World Cup together, chased the dream.
Where was this World Cup?
New Zealand.
Oh, nice.
It was in New Zealand. It was not the best experience. If I compare to this World Cup, it's like day and night.
Yeah.
The environment wasn't good. The players, I think we also just sort of came together quickly, and now we're going to play a World Cup.
Yeah.
And again, like I say, I think I had like 3 caps. First game against France, starting fly off, I'm like, I still actually don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. I don't really know what's...
Yeah, but there's no time. It's easy to look at the Springboks now and watch Chasing the Sun and be like the best team in the world. But the team before us, he came and Alistair could see he did his best.
Yeah.
But that team was, that whole system structure was terrible. So it takes time to get everything in place. And men's rugby, there's lots of money there, so people can do it full time. They don't need other things. Where I'm guessing the majority of the women still need a day job. There's you can't just take off your 15 days leave for a Springbok camp and then your 15 days are finished and then try and hope this is enough to go into a World Cup. So it makes sense. So what excites me is obviously the conversations are getting bigger and more important now with regards to there is money in women's rugby. We saw it now with the World Cup with the attendees. You just see it everywhere else, not here yet, which is sad. But
it's coming. I think it's coming.
And Alma wrote this thing about, I don't know if you saw the post she wrote to her principal.
Yes, I did.
The Parelgym principal.
Yeah.
Where she basically says, she asks her old alma mater, Parelgym, to become the school that makes women's rugby, not professional, but to make it
a thing,
make it an option.
In schools.
Yes, for girls to decide, do I want to play netball, hockey, or rugby? Because, and then she said, like the Bulls days is a great example of how the money within the first year they made their money back, or they started making money. Well, thanks. Was it a police system where the microphone dips and then we wait out?
Balanceer hom uit.
Cool. So basically, my point is, I'm excited for what's coming because you guys had an incredible World Cup. Did you guys think you were going to go this far?
We went in with the mindset of making a quarterfinal.
Nice.
So from the start, actually since like 2 or 3 years ago already, we were like, the next World Cup, we have to make things happen. If we don't make it happen, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And we all knew, I even said in so many interviews before, you don't want that pressure, you don't want to say things, but I wasn't scared to say to people, we are going to make a quarterfinal. Yeah. That is what we want to do, and that is what we are going to do. And that game against Italy was...
Yes, it was insane.
Nail biting stuff. Oh my gosh.
But that's what makes this game so incredible. But I want to ask quickly about New Zealand. Like what like obviously they're the number 1 in the world between them and France.
They are number 3, so it's England, Canada, New Zealand.
So
but New Zealand won the last World Cup. Yeah.
No way.
See, that's the thing that makes women's rugby so interesting and different from the men. Like people that don't know women's rugby will be like, Canada. Like, oh, Canada doesn't play rugby. But you don't know the women's size.
Yeah.
So when people judge us, for example, before we're in the top 10 now, but before that, like, you guys are so bad, and how is a country like Canada better than us? But it's not the same as the men at all.
So they just embrace rugby from an earlier stage. Can you play rugby there in school? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's the ice hockey, to be honest. I think those girls
true.
just built different.
Ice hockey is rough. But that is incredible. I watched some of the highlights yesterday again, and the thing you did the 15 women line out. What was that?
Let me tell you,
like,
when Coach Swayze was like,
let me just give context to the listener. If it's on YouTube now, so it's a line out. And the I don't know who decides, the captain or Swayze, but they're like, okay, cool, everyone's in the line out. So there's 15 ladies in the line out. But the funniest part is the camera goes to the New Zealand team.
and they all like,
and they're like, wait, what? You can't do
must
this.
Must we go there? Must we?
Yes, it was funny. It felt like when you want to tell like a woman for Tani, no, Leslie, I like with me. It felt like, what do you? Yes, it was incredible. So wait, whose call was that and whose idea was that?
So it was, Swayze is the mastermind behind everything. Okay. And when he came with this 15-man line out, I was like, what? Like I've never been in a line out, and then we must maul also. Never done that. And if we lose the ball there,
you're screwed.
I'm not chasing anyone because they can just walk over the try line. There's no way we're going to stop them. So when he came with this plan, I was like, okay. I mean,
he's the coach. What do you do?
What am I going to do? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Everyone's going to be like, that was so stupid. And then it worked. Now everyone's like, that was so clever. So it came out. It was good for us.
Yeah.
It was exciting. Got to live my mall fantasy. Must say, it's not something I want to do every day.
Yeah. You get respect.
Almost have like a little broccoli ear, cauliflower ear thing.
But you get respect for the forwards, eh? Yeah.
But I also know why they love it, because once that thing started moving, all I was saying to myself is little steps, little steps, little steps. Well, the forwards just told me little steps, little steps. I'm like, okay, head in. Put your head in a donker gat and little steps.
Find a space. I don't know if it's done before ever in world history.
But that is such a South African rugby.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that line out that high school that did the line out in the middle of the field. Yeah. No, that's what I like. It's just the randomness of it, but also like, hey, listen, also South Africa.
We'll show you something exciting. Even the maul of the scrum. The coach was like, we're going to just turn and then the forwards are going to maul. And I'm like, is this allowed? Like, I didn't actually know. And even the All Blacks coach went to the ref and was like, how are you going to ref this in the future? And she's like, well, it's the first time she saw it as well. So it kind of just went
That's
with
incredible. But that's fun. That's why I'm super excited for the next World Cup. I already I told Alma, like, listen, I'll see you in Australia.
Yes.
In 2029. Figure out what I'm going to do there for 2 months, but I'll make a plan to be there. No, but you guys can be proud. I mean, I did tell you when we walked in here, but I really feel stupid that I'm also the classic South African that only... But I think it has to do with that you guys did so well. So it doesn't make an excuse for people like us and that like the sport to do more effort to support more all around. But I mean, the fact that you guys did so well was also like, oh my word, they're in the quarterfinals. Okay, that's insane. Let's just follow them. And I think if you hear stuff what Swayze also says about like just because I think we gravitate as South Africans. The sport is one thing, but we gravitate to the emotional side of things. That's why Chasing the Sun is so inspiring, because it's the stories behind the stories that you want to hear about Bongi and the way he grew up in Bethlehem or whatever. And I think, but it's just basically I want to call out the rest of South Africa to be like, freaking get your gat and rat and support women's rugby more, because I don't know. I think it has to do with growing up as a boy and a guy, and it's like, no man, rugby is for months. Hierdie gaan nou lame. This is going to be stupid because it's women. It's just all that stuff you have to let go and unlearn. And I basically want to thank you guys for helping me to unlearn and gooi all that nonsense away. You guys are incredible. So, fly off, was that your first choice of position?
That's just where I got put from the start. The coach was like, at the Bulls.
But you're fast. Yeah, I mean, you're fast.
I'm fast enough, I guess.
Yeah.
I used to be faster when I was younger.
Yeah. But I mean, your fly is not generally.
You don't have to be.
Yeah, it's not a
super
speedster.
speedy.
Yeah.
I think what a lot of people tell me, Alma also told me, is that my size is something that counts heavily in my favor. Because a lot of people are like, "You're fly off, you're a bit tall." And I'm like, "What does that even mean? I don't even know what that. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Why? Who says a fly off must be?"
But that size thing is such a stupid. They
yeah,
did it forever with every small winger or even CJ every player that's a little bit smaller out. It's like, why? Well, there's no rules. Rugby's for everyone.
Exactly, and that's the thing that's so nice about rugby. It's such an inclusive sport, especially for the ladies.
Yeah.
Whether you're small, whether you're big, whether you're tall, whether you're short, like there's a place, there's a position for you on the field.
But it's the same with the men. Like look at Frans Malherbe and
Yeah.
Arendse. They're built different. That's why their positions are. Or what they are. You need stronger people in the front and in the back.
Yeah.
Than andere Esterhuizen that can kind of do everything. Would you ever with coaching and stuff like? Well, you still got a lot more years than you.
Yeah,
At least two more World Cups.
I'd like to do one more World Cup.
I know your age. You have to. Why would you want to do two more?
It's pushing it a bit,
So
and
wait.
I hope with the momentum that women's rugby has now, there'll be a lot more young girls coming in, making it more competitive,
Well, okay,
making it
fair.
more,
Yeah.
Like I want someone to come in and
You want
play
the
me
best
out of the
person there.
position.
Yeah.
Like that is what we want in the team, and I think by the second World Cup from now, that should be the case.
Ja, well, there's 20. What's the next one? Ons is nou 25. 2029, eh? Dis mos Australië.
Yeah, it's Australia.
Yeah. 2029, 4 years, yeah. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Maybe you got another 4 years in you. I don't know. I would like to see.
We'll see. I mean, I was Cindy Boy, our captain, was 40. She retired now.
That's insane.
And she played in the 40s.
Yeah.
I mean,
I read
is tough.
I read this morning. She's 2010 and now 2001. No, when did she start?
Yeah, I think
She was one of the first.
she was part of the first team ever.
That's insane.
Like, that is.
She's an OG. She deserves she deserves a documentary.
Yes.
No, but that's
100%.
my mission now, eh? To freaking sort myself out, but also maak bietjie vuur, like make some fire around all these people that gooi money towards like men's rugby content and like I want to see a version of Chasing the Sun with a female squad because of the stories. We don't know where half of the squad's from. We don't know half of the name. Like stuff like that helps.
Yeah.
And it's not expensive to make. And I don't know. I'm gonna start calling these people out in my private hoedanigheid. So wait, where are we now? World Cup just came back. So how does your life look now? So you're in the Saru system, but you're the Springbok system, but you're also in the Bulls system.
Yeah.
So there's not a URC for Bulls. Is there a local Currie Cup type thing?
Interprovincial league that we play every year.
South Africans?
Yeah. South African teams. There has been conversation around a possible URC, but I mean they've been speaking about that for the last 2-3 years now. Whether that's going to happen eventually, I think it would be great. Yeah. I think women's rugby is in a place where it would be nice for us to play against Harlequins, the Saracens, those clubs. But we're not there yet.
Yeah.
But we do have, like I say, we have our provincial league. It'll probably kick off this year. We started in January already, and we just played a single round because it's a World Cup year. We had a lot of international prep and stuff. But in a normal year, we play a double round IPL. So it's lots of rugby. Lots of rugby. We play at Loftus. So people must come out to play at Emirates. Not his name anymore. the new,
Shame.
The Lions Stadium.
the Hilbrow Park. Shame, it's rough out there. For
so I mean, it's great that we also get to play at these stadiums. But people must come out now.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's but I think something like so. Wait, there's varsity cup.
Yes,
but sevens. There's not. 15.
There's a 15s varsity cup for the women's now as well,
nice.
which is amazing. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you need. Now we have it at varsities. The next thing now we have to get it into the schools. Yeah, the schools need to buy in on that.
I wonder if primary schools will buy.
I've tried with high schools.
I wonder what's the hold up. Is it like a financial thing?
And like your big Afrikaans schools, because I think. For me personally, those are the ones you must target because there's so many girls.
La Rochelle, what's in a pair? La Rochelle, what's in the Bosch school?
There's so many girls. Not everyone's going to be a Protean netball player, guys. There's only so many girls in the country. Yeah. Play rugby. Yeah. Play for the Bulls Daisies. You can freaking play for the Springboks. Like the opportunities are there now, and I think the other sporting codes. They don't want to lose people.
Well, sure.
But like I said, the numbers.
Hockey, our thing is hockey.
The numbers is. There's enough.
It's in your favor,
There's enough girls to go around. I mean, we don't have to take the A team. Give us the Girls
Yeah.
are playing in the F team. Let
I
them go
wanna-
play rugby.
I wonder if it's a financial thing, meaning like, because now you need coaches, now you need extra staff. Because I'm
Yeah.
trying to be devil's advocate. Like, why wouldn't it be more a thing? But I think stuff like this with the World Cup, what happens is it trickles down.
Yeah.
It's like people going, you see, okay, maybe our school can give it a go. And then at least maybe they start a first team. Maybe there's just a
Yeah.
one team to start off with, or under 14, whatever. And then at least it builds momentum. Because
Yeah.
it starts like that.
And even if they just start with sevens, like if you don't have the numbers,
Exactly.
just the sevens team.
Yeah.
And then grow it from there, get into 10s then, and then get a 15s team
Yeah.
going.
Can you explain to me how a HIA test works? have you had one?
Yes. So we do one, you have to do your baseline test before the tournament.
Okay.
So they see how
Before a tournament.
because that's what they then judge your responses on. If you get a knock, you're obviously going to be slower, your balance is not gonna
Whoa,
be
so,
good, your memory.
so everyone goes for
So
a test.
everyone does their baseline test before the tournament
Is that
starts.
on an app, laptop?
So the doctor sits with you, he's got the laptop, and then you must first read things.
So what is it? Give me a sense.
So the first part is you have to read out loud. I typically have sensitivity to light. No. I typically feel dizzy.
Okay.
No. So you answer those questions, and then he'll give you 10 words: apple, pear, sun, mirror, honey. I freaking know all the words. 'cause I've done it so many. 10
So it's
random
the same
woorden.
words.
Well, they shuffle it, but the same words are coming up often.
Yeah, okay.
So they give you the words, and then you carry on with the test. Then they will read you numbers, 3 numbers, and you have to say it backwards. And then they read you
So
4
it's 30,
numbers.
25. So
Yeah,
it's
then we
just-
get it achteruit weer sê. And then
Okay.
they'll give you 5 numbers, then you read it back. Then on that, they'll, like if you make one mistake, obviously they note it because that's not your baseline.
Okay.
So that's
Well,
how
I
you
see.
normally,
That's where you're going into the
that's how you
tournament.
normally are.
You're
So
healthy or-
your memory normally isn't good. So, you know, or it's normally great. So that's what they're
Yes,
going
okay,
on.
fair.
And then you do like a little balance test where you stand on one foot with your eyes closed and that stuff and see it. Then they see how many times you fall.
Yeah.
And then after all of this, I think you have to say that most difficult part of it is saying the months of the year backwards. That,
December, November, October, September, Augustus, Julie, Juni, Mei, April, Maart, February, January.
yeah.
Maar dan doe je,
Ja.
but try that with a header, with a...
Yeah. So you have to do that. And then after
There's no time limit, then it's not like
No,
they give you...
no, you
okay.
can say them and then...
Okay, fair, fair.
And then after all of this, then the doc will be like, okay, you remember those 10 words that we spoke about just now?
Wow.
Like, do you remember the words? Then you have to...
Not in order.
Not in order, you just
Okay.
have to try and remember the words.
Sure.
And then that's your test. Then obviously in a game, you get knocked. We have those new gum guards that flits work.
So, yeah, explain that.
So it's got a chip in the side. So when you get the impact, that thing will send a message to the people there by their
Wow,
computers.
shit.
And the fact that they know a liggie het.
So it's
the
compulsory,
referee can
you have
see
to
it.
play
Yes,
with
every
it.
player has to wear it.
No way.
Except our one girl had braces, so she
Okay.
got
But is
exempted
that
from
World
that.
Rugby? Is that World
That's
Rugby now?
World Rugby rules. So
Nice.
you'll see the men also when they smile. You can see it looks like a grill on the side.
Nice, World Rugby, well
It's
done.
very, very cool. So obviously that thing then sends a signal and then they'll take you off for the HIA.
So it signals if there was a bump
A
to
bump
anywhere in the head.
Anywhere
Oh,
on the
your
head. So
mouth
obviously
would-
when you get a hit on the head, naturally you
Okay.
can ash
Yes,
or
yes,
you
yes,
fall
yeah.
funny or whatever. So then they'll call you off for an HIA. You have to go off. It's terrible going off for an HIA because
Yeah.
now the team someone has to go in and are you
Yeah.
going to come back? And
It's always like
and to do
before we're all going to score now or they're going to score.
exactly. And when you're doing an HIA in the stadium where it's so full and I mean you pumped up because you're mid-game, now you have to do this stupid little test.
Yeah. And it's 5 minutes
There's
now,
so
10
many,
minutes.
yeah, you have to do it quick and there's a lot of distractions and people moving around. So like often some of our girls do choke when they
Shame.
do those HIAs
Yeah.
just because, not
Yeah, it's
because
too
they're
much going
concussed,
on.
but it's just there's so much going on and
Yeah.
you
Your
know,
attention. You
the
can't listen to the
pressure.
to the doctor because
Yeah.
you're thinking of the game and there's people
Exactly.
here.
And sometimes you get a doctor with a funny accent, like French people or whatever, and then you have to now,
Shame.
yeah, what's this guy saying? It's
I
it is stressful.
I spoke with a rugby player once, and he told me that they. Well, luckily I can't remember his name, but he said they sometimes they cheat that test, meaning
Yes, you do
they
a
go.
little bit bad.
There's something. No. There's something. There was something to do with a volgorde, like a ranking of words, and you learn it because the doctor goes, okay, cool, do this, and then you know.
Yeah,
You've
you
learned
already
it
know.
beforehand,
Mm.
but I don't know what it was. It couldn't be that 10 words. But he was like, sometimes if you feel like it's not that bad, you're like just gonna cheat the test and just gooi it and then you're back on the field. But I don't know if it's that easy anymore.
You can. I think if you do your baseline test and you like perform average, then obviously your baseline is me.
Wow, okay.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't know all the words. You didn't get everything
so the
correct.
trick is not to
The
go.
trick is not to over excel the first
Don't
time.
get a
Just,
distinction.
you know, just like come here.
Shame, pretty much show the doctor you're not a smart person.
Yes, and then when you do get a knock,
Yes.
it makes sense that you
But
don't
shame,
know the things.
but you see. Okay, but that is interesting to know.
Yeah, but when I got that knock in the Italy game, I remember.
Is that why you didn't play the next game?
No, I was just rested the next
Oh,
game.
okay,
No,
nice.
no. So I got the knock, and it was hard.
Was it the knie?
It was
knee to the head?
Cecil's head. So we tackled like around her head. And I remember being down and I immediately took out my gum, got to see if the little light was going off. And I was like, shucks. And Nadine's telling me, stay down, Libs. I'm like, no, if I stay down, then they're going to be like, oh, there's a problem. So I immediately got up, trying to wipe the tears. I'm
Wow, shame.
freaking kop spin. Doc comes to me, he's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I mean, no, but yeah, I'm
But you know
fine.
what? That's always a giveaway. It's like, besides the little light flashing, the way people get up from my head, it's like,
You
okay,
could-
get
yeah,
that guy
yeah.
off. You get him. We'll get
And
him
he's
away.
like, okay, what's the last game we played? I'm like, Brazil. He's like, who won? I'm like, we won. Okay, who scored the last
Stop being
try?
stupid, Doc.
Us. He's like, where we? I'm like, York? I don't know what the stadium's name is. York.
Yeah, nice.
He's like, okay, you're fine. Obviously, in that game, it's so important for me to be on the field.
Shame,
So I think
man.
he's also like,
Yeah, you don't want to take you off and then...
I think you're okay. And the referee came to me and she's like, are you fine? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. She's like, oh, nice egg. I'm like, really, already?
What was
Dis
it?
staan die ding hier al so knop.
Oh, shame.
Ja.
Okay, so that was rough. So then so you didn't go off for a
No.
test. But during the week they rested you, but for physical stuff for your head.
No, just
Yeah.
to rest.
But that was a smart move because I told me and my friends that got a WhatsApp group now because he was like, why isn't Libbie playing? And then I read it had to do with like you could have actually lost the game. Then you still would have I mean you're already in the
whether we
quarterfinals.
won or lost the France
Yes,
game, we already
yeah.
qualified for the
Yeah.
quarters.
So give everyone a chance to play and then rest the players that
Exactly.
that is kind of like
And I think it's so great for everyone to get a chance to play as well because a lot of those girls, can you imagine going through a World Cup and never playing?
Yeah.
Like, you were there, but did
No,
you
man,
were you really there?
exactly.
You got the cap, but you didn't
and now you
actually-
got a whole game.
Now they've got that experience as well, and I mean those girls are the future of our team. They're
Exactly.
the young girls. You need to blood them. Yeah, okay, being blooded against France is not great.
But that's
because
fine.
They
That's
are fantastic.
But that's you want to
But
play against
that
a
is
great
the
squad.
reality
Yeah.
of the situation. I mean, my first World Cup game was also against France, and it was also terrible. And I also just don't want to remember it. So that is just the process that you have to
Yeah.
go through. You know.
No, you wanna put yourself up against the best just to see how good or terrible you actually are. You
Yeah.
can't play average country and be like, we're incredible. You're like, okay, relax.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
country doesn't even have a name yet. Okay, that's that's freaking incredible. Okay, so you're back from the World Cup now.
Yeah.
Bulls training starts.
So we have off
Only-
for a little bit. So you're off. You either get 4 or 6 weeks off, depending on how many minutes you played in the tournament.
Wow, okay.
Even in the 4 warm-up games before, hopefully I'll get 6 weeks off because I only didn't play the France game.
Yeah.
Other than that, I played, I think, 80 minutes in every game. So hoping for that. But after that, we'll go back to our union and start training.
When does
pre-season.
IPL start again? January.
Next year, I think it might be March. I think it might be a
Okay,
little
nice.
bit later, yeah. So it'll
Okay.
give us a bit more time to prep.
But you finished studying.
Yeah.
You work.
I know I quit my job last year.
Nice.
Last year, the contracts from Saru got a little bit bigger. Obviously, the Daisies is now also professional.
Oh, nice.
And that sort of gave me the opportunity to be able to leave
Corporate,
Tux
yeah.
and just...
Oh, so you
just
worked at
focus.
Tux.
So
Oh,
I
okay,
worked
okay.
at Tux until last
Yeah.
year, just because the money wasn't good enough. I couldn't just survive
Yeah.
off of the rugby money. So it was very difficult. Like, when I came back from tournaments, I didn't have rest. I couldn't go away. I had to go
Yeah.
back to the office and work.
Shame.
So it was very difficult, and also like having to work when I'm overseas. You know, it's possible, but it takes so much of your attention away from the job, which is
Yeah.
rugby. And I actually thought when I quit my job, you know, I'd have so much more time, but I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I actually don't know how I trained, worked,
While having a job.
and had a social life,
Yeah.
and saw all my family. Like, I don't know how I did it.
Yeah.
But now I've got time to, focus on my recovery as an athlete, focus on myself. And I think that's going to extend my career as well. Just
Yeah.
being able to put 100% focus into what I...
2 World Cups. I'm holding up 2 fingers. No, but that is 100%. That makes 100% sense. I didn't actually know you still had a day job. So Saru's contracts are getting bigger. That's great.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
It's amazing.
So it means more players. Well, obviously, our contracts work. Not every player gets a contract.
Yeah.
Some players even.
I think we're 32 or 35 contracted players.
That's a lot.
That is
That's
a lot.
insane.
That is a lot.
I was gonna think about like 5 to 6 now.
No, it's amazing.
Nice.
But like we say, we're not getting paid nearly a fraction of what the men's getting paid. It's not. You don't make enough money to be able to retire after rugby.
Yeah.
Or buy a house.
Yeah.
Or buy a car.
It's pretty much
not
it's
making
a job.
that money.
You can say you're a full-time rugby player,
but
at least 8 to 5 you can spend time with whatever it is, rugby or recovering, or you don't have to take another job.
Yeah.
But it's almost like I always use like a teacher's salary, meaning it's not great. You won't buy a beach house. It gets by. It's also unfair. So you guys need more money.
Yeah.
But I think what you guys are doing now, obviously you're paving the way. I think that's a sucky thing about being the first few women to kind of like, because in 20 years time my daughter's got to play hopefully, and then better salaries and
making a great living.
But you guys obviously have to pave that way for us.
Someone has to do it, and I never thought that I would be part of those people building, paving that.
It's great
that
to have a purpose at least,
or just to sort of reap some of those rewards. Like I knew we would struggle, and we the first of many things, but I never thought I would be part of the group that gets professionally contracted. That's part of the Daisies Union. That's got Nike as a sponsor. Like never in my life did I think I would be a Nike athlete.
That's amazing.
And here I am.
It's insane.
It's
I love
crazy.
It's so great.
Crazy.
But how was the conversation like when you told your parents the first time? Because did you play other sports before rugby?
Yes. I did everything in school. I swam, I played hockey.
Well, nice.
Athletics.
So
touch rugby was like my main thing, because when I first saw touch, I was like, I like, played a lot of rugby with my cousins. I like rugby. And when we got touch rugby, I was like, well, this is, as close as I'm going to get to rugby, and I can pass the ball, and it's a fun sport. And so I did that. I went to a touch rugby World Cup in Australia as well in 2015.
Oh, nice.
So I did that. I was also the first girl to play in the men's team. I played in the men's B team because we didn't have a ladies team that year. Mind you, a lot of the men in the A team said they reckon I should have played there. Also won MVP for the men's division.
That's amazing.
A lady there. The rose among the thorns.
I can't wait for the... Am I allowed to say your first name?
Yeah.
I can't wait for the Elizabeth... Magdalena Janse van Rensburg statue there in Alice Rush one day. This lady can't get it all. They're next to Cindy Boy. We must get a Cindy Boy.
My aunt joke, she says it's alpha beta. Because when they first started embroidering our names on the jerseys,
they do the whole name.
They put Elisabetta.
Oh,
and I went to the manager and I'm like, listen,
guys,
is there enough stitching for the rest of the team? Because the naam gaan klinkt.
Shame. Why did I take the whole
please
name?
just put Libbie. Even on the team sheets and things in the beginning, they putting Elisabetta there, and I'm like,
guys, this is not cool for branding.
It's not cool. Everyone's like, who's this girl? Like, who's this girl? Oh, it's Libbie. Oh, Libbie. Oh.
Elizabeth. But listen, shout out to your mom and dad. That is a badass. That is a classic Afrikaans name.
Let me tell you, not mom and dad. When I popped out, my grandpa walked into that ward with a paper already. Geregistreer Elisabetta Magdalena.
That's what I'm saying.
No one could say anything.
Libbie sounds like a cool little Gen Z. Elisabetta is like, wow.
Trotse Afrikaans.
140-year-old Tanny Gertie. But anyway, it's a beautiful name. My question is, how did the conversation look like when you have to tell your parents you want to play rugby? Was it like a big thing, or was it just like, hey guys? It's mainly. It sounds like it was just part of your growing up because you played touch rugby.
I was always a naturally athletic person, and my parents always knew, sport. I loved sport, any sport. I tried everything. I played volleyball in varsity, I did all the res sports, basketball, flipping alles gedoen. So when the conversation came with the rugby, like I said, I just did it because I wanted to go to France, and they were also like, France, sounds good, but
it's a free trip. It's like,
but the rugby thing, it was there was a little bit of resistance there, but I've always been a very independent and driven person, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go to France.
This bus is leaving. You're either on it or not.
I'm gonna live my best life and see what happens from it. And when I got the bursary the next year, then my family was like,
she's bringing money.
Okay,
she's saving us money.
Now, yes, keep playing rugby, keep going, you're doing well.
Her talent is saving us money. We can get that LAPA built. I just want to get my questions here. So it doesn't sound like it was this big, like, hey, parents, we need to
No,
talk.
it wasn't like a big thing.
I want to play rugby and you need to support me. But shout out to your parents for supporting.
Yeah, I knew they would back me no matter what I
Yeah.
did. So
But like you say, it's actually just sports part. You had more passion for sports than anything else,
Yeah.
arts or whatever. So it's not like a super tough question.
no.
With regards to the situation I find myself in, with regards to the name, this is where it's going to get sensitive. This is where you must be careful, because I don't want you to say things that you're not allowed to say, and it will get you into trouble. But as an outsider, as a fan, I found it weird that this is where this is getting tricky territory, so just have grace with me. I found it weird that the Springboks, the female Springbok team was called... what is the official name? On Twitter, it's... on Instagram, it's Women Box.
Box. On the jersey, it says Springbok Women.
So if the commentators go Springbok
Springbok
Women, that's
Women.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So basically, that's context. I was like, maybe we should make a little effort to find a name that's more powerful, just because I use references throughout other sports, and even the Bulls Daisies was a great example. You get the Blue Bulls, which is the men's team, and the Bulls Daisies is the women's team. So obviously that's me. It started with a joke, but it comes from a serious place. But do you think there's validity? Do you think it's a legit enough conversations to start pursuing? Because you don't want to be the person that, like, from the outside, hey, you guys need a new name when you are in the squad and you guys are the Springbok Women, and you're like, no, we don't want a new name. I mean, we like what we are, we like our identity. Because I'm super serious about keeping on with this
name,
conversation and see if I can have conversations with the higher ups. But I'm fear I don't want to be that one schmuck that's like, Bouwer, relax. Almal like your name. They like the name. The team likes the name. Sarah likes the name. So basically, what's your opinion, if you're allowed to say? That's why I'm giving you the grace to not answer. But do you think it is valid to go on a mission to find a beautiful name for the Springbok women's team, whatever it is? Or I don't know. Do you think there's validity in it?
I think there was a time when they
that ever a conversation?
There was a time when they tried the Imbokoros.
Yeah, man.
They called us the Imbokoros.
When?
Like,
because that's the name I want to fight for.
A couple of years ago, it was in the water and it just didn't stick. I don't know, it just kind of fizzled out.
Yuck.
A new name, a new identity specific to the woman, I think would be a great thing. However, like you say, the Springbok is such a powerful brand and logo, and we're so proud to be associated with the Springbok.
Yeah.
That, we're okay being the Springbok woman.
Yeah.
And we're still proud to be the Springbok woman. Yes, it would be cool, like the Black Ferns. It's cool as well. But I think there will be resistance. There will also be people that are for it. If someone comes up with a fantastic name for us.
Maybe it's more finding the nickname. Because I bet you in New Zealand, people also say the women's New Zealand team, meaning around the fire. And then the Black Ferns becomes like not the nickname. So wait, on their jerseys, what does it say?
Black Ferns.
Wow,
it says Black Ferns on their jersey. So it's tricky territory. I think if the name changes, it'll take some time to adapt to it, but there will be a time when everyone then knows the team as
I am shocked.
that is, that is the name. Because there's also so many times, I don't know if, common sense is not so common. Because when people ask us, who are you? We're like, no, we're the Springbok women. And they're like, oh, the Springboks, what sport do you play? And I'm like,
but that's the thing.
Springbok,
because the Springboks...
we're not the Springbok netball team or the Springbok hockey. Those are the Proteas.
What are the Springbok netball team called?
The Proteas.
Well, and the cricket, the women
and the cricket is also the Proteas.
Well, okay.
But I mean...
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm like, Springbok...
But that's the thing, I understand. Because
Springbok, like rugby...
Because it's cool even when you get Springbok Klere or Springbok... What do you call it? Springbok colours. You can get Springbok colours in shooting.
Exactly.
In freaking skypeskit.
People call it Springbok colours, but I think it's South African colours. I think it's SA colours.
Exactly.
But everyone just the Springbok.
Yeah, you're right. The Springbok became the pinnacle of performance and achievement. But I don't know. I like but I'm shocked now that you said Imbokodo was on the table for a while.
We did like a reality TV thing becoming Imbokodo.
You see, this is me now being late to the party, and now I'm upset with myself.
And this was also a thing. They went nationwide search to get girls to play sevens.
Wow,
and again, I was like, but you guys know who I am. Like, why now I have to do this stupid show. But okay, fine. Went on the show. And the big thing was, at the end of the show, whoever's the last lone survivor will be in the team that plays in Cape Town Sevens. There I was, at the end, didn't play Cape Town Sevens. I'm like, okay, so why did we do this thing? So the Sevens was my first love, but it's such a love-hate relationship
like a
for
bittersweet experience.
Because then as soon as I got capped at the 15s, then the phone started ringing from the Sevens.
Wow.
Come play, they need me for this. I'm like, but I've
Where
been
were
playing
you?
Sevens for 10 years, and my sole focus, especially in 2016 when Sevens became an Olympic sport, I was like, if we ever send a team, I will make sure I'm on this team. And then, that sort of fizzled away. The 15s started, like the sponsorships with the 15s is so much better. Everything is just so much better. And then like the 7s started calling me, and I'm like, why? But okay, do it for the country. Our media manager was like, come on, Libs. I know it's been a tough ride, but do it for the country. And when he said that, I was like, you can't play
you can't play the country
You can't play the country card on me like that.
That's funny.
But anyways, I'm so glad that, my trot geslik
Yeah.
went to the Sevens, went to the Olympics.
Sure.
That's so cool.
That's
we are
insane.
only 12 girls, you can say, that we were part of that Olympics team. So that's
that is profound.
amazing.
And you were the first.
and the first of that
12.
as well. Yeah.
No, man, there's a lot of power in that. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I know there's new management now. I don't understand rugby structures. I'm guessing, what is Sway's the new coach indefinitely, or was it just
We
for the
don't
World
know
Cup?
now.
Well, okay.
Nothing was said.
Was
to
he just
us.
contracted for like the last 2 years? Because I think he started coaching like a year or two
I
ago.
don't know. He started coaching us last year.
Where?
We thought it was just going to be to the World Cup. I hope he stays now,
Yeah.
because we've done so much.
It
and
sounds like
for
he's
us to
loving
now
it.
start over again with a new coach.
Yeah.
And that's even when we still had Coach Louis and Coach Swayze came in. I said the same thing. Like, we cannot change coaches every year and start over every year. Like, it's
And start think we're gonna have momentum and become better and
it's
better. Yeah.
breaking us down more than anything else, because every coach has his own way of doing things, has new things that he wants to implement. The different calling systems and stuff.
But there's a reason.
We just need to stay consistent with our coaches.
Yeah. Now that makes a lot of. There's a reason the model exists worldwide.
Exactly.
Where coaches at least stay 4 years at a team because for development and. But it feels to me like maybe there's a new wave of voices and minds behind the women's team. Now, I'm talking from a management perspective.
Yeah.
That's that's into maybe new things. But I'll relax with my mission with regards to getting a new name. Maybe I'll just keep on pursuing a nickname, meaning
Yes.
it doesn't have to become official, as in
Tackle
like
Tunnies.
whips. That's my favorite one. But I don't know. The Imbokoros one stood out for me just because of the powerful of the
Yes,
statement.
it is very strong.
But I'll do more consulting and see. For me, it just felt like you guys are more than just women playing rugby. Meaning, it feels to me like it's a lazy way of. I understand your argument with the Springboks, but it feels
But the
like
Imbokoro is nice, and it also has Bosch in it.
yeah, exactly.
There's-
Exactly. That
there's
was
Bosch in there.
That was my argument
So
in the
you
middle.
should-
It's all about design. Let me get
just
some designs
Play
drawn
on
up.
it. I think people can start to.
Yeah, but can I let you know? Because I know the video clip was funny. There's lots of sarcasm in it with regards to the options I put down. But I think the shares now is almost at like 10,000 people that shared it. And there's like people like Lira, world famous musician. One of the actors, I'm going to butcher her name, and I'm such a... Tesu, I think she's name is... Oh, yes, I'm going to edit this out now. Anyway, she's an incredible actress. She plays in a massive HBO show now. She shared it. So it's just like... It's either like people share it because it's funny, or it's like, you know what? You're right. And it's the majority women that shared it.
Yeah.
So... for me, it's just like, man, maybe there is something here to at least have a conversation. Maybe it's a conversation that could be had within the women's Springbok structures to be like, is this a serious thing for us? Do we need an identity even? Is it fine as it is? I think, personally, I just think, because I got friends that's female musicians. And then whenever I go, what's the one thing they call me out when I go, for a female, the music is so great. And they're like, well, no, the music should be great. Don't make it a female music. And that's my point. It's like, I think for people to, I think maybe that's the Redenasie coming from the way I thought about women's rugby, being like, if you think, now I'm going to watch women's rugby, you think about the term, instead of like the Imbokoros are playing, you're like, fuck, this is going to be incredible because it's the Imbokoros and the reason it means this. So I'm big on those things, names and like, stuff that has a little bit of depth.
Yeah.
But that is me, and you are in the team, and I'm not part of the structure. So I'll test the waters in other places, and maybe before 2029, maybe.
Yeah, you never
And
know.
if not, you guys are still incredible. I'm not going to stop supporting you guys. Let's see what my last question was. Yeah, is there anything you want to gooi my way? Hit me. Not as interesting. My life's not as interesting as yours.
No, just a fan. My tannie het gesê ek moet vir jou sê sy is 'n moeder se fan. Sy sê sy is jou nommer 1 fan.
Sê vir jou tannie, wat is jou tannie se naam?
Hetty.
Tannie Hetty, I'll take it. Dankie dat jy hier was, Hetty.
Dankie dat jy hier was.
Did I ask you about coaching?
Nee. Ons
Is
het
that something you would be
coaching.
keen on
Ja,
afterwards?
Ek weet nie of ek die geduld het met dit nie.
Is it?
Ek weet nie. Ek dink ek sal sorry.
The challenge.
I think I would rather not be like head coach vibes, but maybe like skills coach, kicking
Wow.
consultant, things like that. Like
Specialized.
I wouldn't mind working with people on their skills and stuff, but when it comes to like the whole bigger coaching thing,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
It's also one of those things. I mean, you say, come on, say, in a perfect world, in Bouwer's world, you retire after the second World Cup when you're 38, around
Oh
there.
my goodness.
So then, I mean, then you've spent 20 years of your life in rugby. Nee? I
Yeah.
mean, the education you come out with, the knowledge, the experience. So it's that question of like, do you just like walk away and like hit corporate or start a company? Or is it like, listen, I'm sitting with this knowledge and there's not, I mean, there's going to be a massive gap opening for coaches, definitely.
Yeah.
If more schools, universities jump on, there's obviously definitely going to be a world where there's a female coach. And anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm just thinking it's that challenging thing of like people that study for 7 years medical and then they go into medical.
Yeah.
Where you studied 20 years rugby and it's like,
I definitely won't walk away from rugby.
Yeah.
I will still be involved in rugby in some way, whether it's within Sorries, whether it's at the Daisies, somewhere I will still
yeah,
be involved. Whether it's coaching or not coaching, like I said, I think I'd rather do more skills kind of things
Yeah.
with individuals, maybe smaller groups of athletes. But I think with, like you say, with the knowledge and, the name and everyone speaking, I've got that leverage to be able to keep growing women's rugby and keep, if I can get up high there in Sorry and, be able to make the big shots and push more from the top,
yeah.
that would be great as well.
Yeah, that's awesome, Libbie. No, man, it was an honor meeting you. Thank you for making that flippin' amazing Blom Squad poster. Libbie made a Blom Squad poster, guys, because
Yes.
I made a stupid video about the Blom Squad being called the Blom Squad, and
I love
she
it.
made a poster. And
I
the
love
poster traveled the world. That's cool. But yeah, thank you for being an inspiration. My daughter is 2.5 now. She doesn't watch rugby yet, but she's gonna play one day. I'm gonna be like, hey, Tannie Libbie is gonna coach you.
Yeah.
Tannie Libbie's gonna teach you how to play rugby.
Tannie Libbie will teach you.
Anyway, Libbie, I really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for being the few first women that's like carrying this torch for the rest of us.
No, thank you. And thank you
Yeah.
for supporting us,
Of
getting the
course.
name out there. The more people that talk about us, the better it is for us.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm with you now. I'm
All the
sad
way.
that it's all the way, unfortunately now, but I'm
Yeah,
with you now.
it is sad, but
Maybe is there a position open in the team for like, not a player, but like, don't you need comic relief?
we do.
You need, there's
We
like,
definitely.
there's a physio.
Let me tell you, we have a lot of jokesters in our team.
Yeah. You know what I like a lot is the content that comes from,
Yeah.
because you don't see that with like the
No.
main squad.
And
Very serious there.
The girls get so much hate for that as well. Like
Really?
there's so many
It's so
freaking-
much fun.
bullies at home saying, maybe they must focus on the rugby. I'm like,
Yeah, yes, see, I love
Shush.
the
Like,
content.
we're doing our thing. Let us
No,
do our
man.
thing.
Yeah,
People are
balance.
commenting on videos that we posted like 2 months ago. Oh, you should be focusing on the game coming up. I'm like, did you not see Did you not see the timestamp?
Yeah.
The fact that video is also only coming up on your feed now means something's happening.
Yeah,
right?
you watched the highlights last
And
night.
also,
Women?
then it's that guy that looks at the video. Oh, look how looks at it again. Oh, and look watch it. So those are views
Yeah.
for us. We're loving it. Keep
No.
watching the content. Keep coming with your negativity.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah, man, you guys are doing awesome. But thanks, Libbie. Have a lucky weekend, and we'll
you.
see you around.
Thanks.
Tot ziens.
Libbie out.